Hello everybody, I am FTA.
I am Ikona's fan.
And welcome to Season 3 of All Stars Gaming. We're back to play more terrible games, and we thought, why not start off with something radical? And by radical we mean that EA was sued the shit for this game. We want to start right off the bat by saying that this game and another game in this season was very graciously donated to us, and what the fuck is up with the color of their house?
It is very red. That is very red.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Oh my god, the house is not that pink. This looks
That was his left leg. How did he get that position next to the TV?
That is...
Oh, I know that guy.
This is terrible. So this game was donated by amazing fan Catacot Plus, I believe is what he goes on.
Calico Plus?
Catacot Plus, yeah. He drew a picture in the box he gave for us, which I'm going to put on the screen now.
Merge.
With Rick and Morty lips for some reason.
Yes, he approached me right after our Sonic Adventure 2 debate, which is, let's say, maybe online by now. And he's like, I got this for you. I'm like, oh, thanks. And the other game, you'll see why I said, oh, thanks to. This one, I was like, oh, this is cool. The other one, I was like, why would you do this to us? But for now, this... Okay, you know The Simpsons. Has it ever been red?
No.
Not even in, like, the Halloween episodes?
No.
Okay.
And then the 3D there shows why Lisa's hair makes no fucking sense.
It reminds me of all those things going around lately where the Simpsons character looks directly at the screen. It's like they don't work this way kind of stuff.
So...
Oh. Okay. So there is a multiplayer.
Yeah. So let's do a bit of head-to-head. So as we said in our Crazy Taxi game... I'm going to be the best character in the whole world.
There's got to be some cheats to unlock these guys, right?
Most likely, but I don't care enough to play this game.
You don't want to be Professor Frink or Snake?
It'll make you laugh, it'll make you think. Okay.
Oh.
So as we said in our Crazy Taxi game, this obviously is a Crazy Taxi rip-off. You can't even say it's inspired by it, it's just ripped off from Crazy Taxi, and I guess when Sega found out, they sued EA. I believe they settled out of court. I haven't looked into it in a while, but I seem to remember they just came to a agreeable agreement to like, out of court, we'll just give you some money, we're sorry.
Please don't rip off another major franchise with your next game, Simpsons, and we'll be fine. And Homer said, sure, Sega.
But that game's good.
Yeah, I haven't played that one.
Yeah,
in a long time, actually. My neighbor had it growing up. And my cousin Niru had this game. So I remember playing it like, this is Crazy Taxi, but...
it's clearly called Hit and Run. Oh shit, I thought I was a bump screen for a second.
Whoa. This is some loosey-goosey turning. I kind of like it. Okay. So, follow the hand. Are we...
The hand of God.
Are we racing two passengers?
I think it's just the first to... I think it's the first to do 5 passengers.
Okay.
One thing I will say, which is a nice little tidbit, the composer of this game is Christopher Ting, who's notable because he is the composer for Futurama.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I believe he's the only person who's composed both Simpsons and Futurama.
Oh my!
Oh, you're there.
My shoulder buttons are kind of a little sticky. So this is.
Sorry, I used to play the Leisure Suit Larry with these games.
Oh, got you. So,
where the fuck am I supposed to go?
Welcome to where I've been stuck for a little bit because I'm.
Ugabone, get fucked, Ugabone, man.
Grandmother.
Oh, I guess so. There's one passenger. Are you?
It was pointing me back there though, very specifically.
You know what? You know what's nice about this mode? There's no timer.
That is true.
It is just first person to get him there. You know what? I kind of like this mode.
I'm stuck on. I think my controller
doesn't work.
It's maybe a little obligated to turn to the left for some reason.
Oh, possibly. My bad. We didn't test these out, so
congratulations on scoring, by the way. It's been a long time coming. Ever since Benji was born.
Yeah, not since my son I scored. So,
well, I'll do some sick donuts around this building while you show everyone how this game works.
It is crazy how loose the control is. Although I will say, I kind of
prefer it over Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, you know what? I think as a rule of thumb, I would prefer something to be slightly looser than slightly stiffer. Because this is wild, and this does take a bit of time to get used to. But at least it's I can fucking turn and shit. I guess that this is a thing where more modern driving games now. I got stuck in the pavement somehow. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Trust me, I know the feeling. Oh, there's a lot going on your screen too. Just by the way,
What the?
I finally looked up and was like, "That's not normal. None of this is normal."
I'm scared. Okay, there we go. Fuck you, goofball. It's been a lot of modern driving games. Say like Mario Kart or all sorts of racing, Transform, what have you. They like drifting is now like a big part of
I
racing
thought you were
games.
supposed to say like Gran Turismo and Forza. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah.
See,
Yeah, drifting's a big part of those.
I don't play those games, Chris. Unless there's a cartoon character involved, I don't play racing games. Or games in general.
You can use the Master Chief car in Forza. That's a cartoon, right?
I'm not a weeb.
Oh, true. But yeah, there's a very, very focused on drifting.
Which like now, like controls like this would probably just be like, what the fuck is this in like a game? If like to say the next Mario Kart game had no drifting and it was just very, very loose, I can see a lot of people not liking that.
I don't think I would like it. I will say, before this stuck me on a left turn only basis, I was rather enjoying how this game felt to play at least.
Okay, in the next game we play, Chris, you can have my controller.
Thanks. Are you having fun up there?
For I think in Crazy Taxi, do you have to actually stop, or can you literally just drive past the person at like full speed?
In that one, you had to stop, and they'd run over to you, and they'd be like, "Come on, get in!" And that would be how it went, which is maybe how I was getting messed up. Do you have to run into them?
No, you literally like every character has that like blue like force field. If you just drive in that, you get your passenger.
Where it was pointing me earlier, there was nothing. So I thought...
Yeah, I think in the first one, I'm not sure what the fuck they were. So if you watch movies like Chris, I just drive past. There you go.
You get the crash warp look from 2. Gotcha. Actual voice actors?
Yeah, real voice actors.
Plus.
I believe. I think all the Simpsons games are normally good for that. With the exception of like the arcade game where they got this random Japanese guy that voiced Mr. Burns and Smithers. They're pretty good with voice clips. Some of the old 16-bit games would just use clips from the TV show, but I believe from Virtual Bot onward, I won, surprising no one because Chris's controller doesn't work.
Congrats.
I believe from Virtual Bot onwards, they always got original like voice lines.
That's good.
Especially for games like, not so much this one, because there's not much of a story, but for games like Hit and Run or the Simpsons game, where there's like the actual plot to it, then it's normally written by the writers of the TV show and the voice acted by that. So let's quickly switch controllers, and I will try...
Oh god. It's stuck on your table.
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
this will probably work.
There you go. I think you're in charge, Chris.
Okay, head to head. We'll do short, just on account of you.
Thank you. Canyonero.
So that makes me wonder, do they just have names for the cars, or does everyone have unlockable cars? I'm trying to figure out how much effort is in this game.
I think in this game every character just has one car, and I assume they'll just take what car people like would think of them for. So like obviously like Marge typically drives the orange station wagon, but the Canyonero is a more visual distinct car. So obviously Homer's going to drive the sedan. They always give, at least it doesn't really have anything. I mean like the car Bart drives is from... It's actually Martin Prince's car, or Soapbox Derby, in the episode Saturday to Thunder, where they go to make a car, and I believe Homer and Bart make a vehicle called Little Lightning, which is a piece of shit. But then when Martin Prince crashes and is set on fire, he can no longer race, so he takes Martin's Soapbox Derby to beat Nelson. And so everyone associates that with... but at least I think in this and Hit and Run they just give her like Jesus fucking Christ.
Welcome to my personal hell. You get used to it. So I do appreciate that this does seem to have one of the elements I remember enjoying from Hit and Run. Just running into Simpsons characters and watching them fly away. That's quite entertaining.
Yeah.
So I got the Bumblebee dude.
Bumblebee man.
Sorry, Bumblebee dude was his father. You're right.
I can revert. Oh, look at the camera on my side. That gets real weird.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna do this for a while. I wonder if I press back, if I
Oh,
press
oh.
reverse and forward at the same time, will the car explode?
I'm stuck. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, not great collision detection in this. Like a lot of Simpsons games have a stigma, as well licensed games in general have a stigma for being shit, and I don't think this is one that would sway people from that opinion.
Yeah. I'd have to play some of the single player stuff to say, but so far this is already better than I was expecting in a way.
Oh really? Almost, I could have hit you there for a second and stolen nosing.
You probably should have. This map design, this layout, I don't think is very fun. It's very open, not very. I mean, Crazy Taxi had some pretty open stuff, but there's also some intricate parts, and I'm stuck again. Okay. This is reminding me of Crazy Taxi, except this happens at like 2 seconds at a time.
Look how blocky those houses look. It's like
Oh, okay.
It's like Hit and Run, which came out a few years later. I mean, Hit and Run wasn't the best looking PS2 game, but Hit and Run looked better. Hit and Run looked like miles above what this game does.
Is there any Simpsons character that could afford to pay $1,000 for a cab in universe? Especially for one that's like 2 blocks
Krusty,
away.
Mr. Burns,
Okay.
probably Ken Brockman.
Okay.
It's never revealed, but maybe Flanders, because Flanders seems to have a lot more money than the Simpsons does.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
You know, yeah, mostly Burns and Krusty.
It seems like there's no way to rack up more points. This is literally just race to see who can do
Damn it!
destinations.
I almost got you again. I think in this mode that is all you can do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I hope you're wearing your seatbelt.
Do you know, I'm just gonna not even bother anymore. I'm just gonna sit here. So Chris, you being the Crazy Taxi expert, I have played, in full disclosure, I have played both this and the original Crazy Taxi for like maybe 2 hours combined for both games. Because
Okay.
as a kid, I borrowed this game, but I'm not really into racing games that much. Like I like, you know, I don't hate them as a genre. They're not what I really enjoy to play. Because I'm just not very good at them, so I don't
Gotcha.
really play them. And especially something like this, where it's more mission based than just flat out racing. I was always like in Crazy Taxi. I can never get past a few customers because I just wasn't good enough to keep up in time.
I got you. I should say my history. I played Dreamcast 1, Arcade 1, Dreamcast 2, Xbox 3, Arcade 3, Crazy Taxi City Rush, Crazy Taxi Now Tycoon,
Jesus Christ! Chris.
and now this. Yeah, based on this mode, it's just definitely not as fun. But I don't, like I said, I want to see the main mode first.
Okay, well, we
But
can, because obviously two
If
player.
this map is like part of the main map, it's not very inspiring.
What we do after this one, we'll you've won it. So let's just go into one player mode and we'll just play a few rounds of that, see how
Okay.
that goes. Because you know, one mode they added which I kind of like is a mode called Sunday Drive, where if you so chose, you can just drive around the maps at your leisure.
Oh.
Which is one of my favorite parts of Hit and Run, just driving around the maps. So in that regard, I kind of, you know, Sunday Drive, that's what it is. Like that's a
Okay.
sports sprint at your own pace. You know, that's a pretty neat idea.
I kind of wish Crazy Taxi had that, and that you can just get to know the map without the pressure. That'd be a nice option. There's so many characters here. Grandpa's the only way to go. Everything's still locked. I think there's a few more stages in the main player. So I'm guessing it just unlocks beating each one. Probably nothing real special or hard.
Yeah. So the plot is the town people need to rally together to raise like $1 million so they can stop Mr. Burns from doing something. It's explained in the opening cutscene that we talked over.
Immediate hole in the logic. If everyone has the money to pay each other for cab fare, they could just pool the money together.
Well, there's only like 20 characters and 2 of them are Homer. Because Homer and Mr. Plow are 2 different characters.
Mr. Plow?
Mr. Plow, that's his name. That name again is Mr. Plow.
I just thought you meant literally Homer was in the game twice. I'm like, I believe that.
No, he is. He is 2 different characters in the select screen. There's an episode where Homer gets a snowplow.
And he takes
You
on...
really don't know The Simpsons, do you, Chris?
I watched the movie, and
Mr.
most of season 1.
Mr. Plow is like one of the most like beloved episodes.
What season's that from?
4.
Okay, I think I have up to 3 on DVD, so I would not have no access to that at my house.
Chris, you had a prey of childhood, my friend.
Pretty much. Well, by the time I realized Simpsons was on air with our local Fox station, it was like the 6 o'clock slot, perfect for me to get home, wind down from school, get ready to watch Simpsons. I was getting into it. Then they switched out for Family Feud.
Ew.
Right as I was starting to oh, Simpsons is a pretty good show. Like, fuck you.
Fuck you, goofball.
Fuck you, diaper boy.
Why did, in the context of the show, why did we just drop off Mo at Principal Skinner's house?
There's some corruption in Springfield, and we're about to undo it. What do you say? The happiest what in the world?
Christian in the world.
Okay.
Ned Flanders is very religious. And we just ran over Reverend Lovejoy. Get fucked.
Good.
So, avoid traffic failed. Good job.
Oh,
Okay, so
I had not even noticed
it
that.
said fucking avoid traffic for bonus.
My eyes are on the road, man. I'm not reading my phone.
I would fucking be an Uber driver if you could make like fucking close to two and a half grand in like a minute of driving.
Oh yeah.
So in terms of this mode compared to 2-player mode, how does getting the passengers easier in this than Crazy Taxi?
It's a lot quicker. This feels like a streamlined Crazy Taxi. Actually, everything feels a lot like snappier. Like you're getting to everything more than you need to. Controls are more cooperative. Map design's still not great, but that's probably necessary for
It being a kids game.
that and what they're going for here with how snappy everything is. Crazy Taxi feels like more methodical. Like I don't know if this has all the advanced moves Crazy Taxi can have, like the crazy drifts, crazy jumps, all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah, I don't. I think this is it. Like I think the controller is that basic for that reason. But you're saying that in terms of, would you say this is more accessible to
Yes,
kids?
absolutely.
Okay, cool.
this 100%. Like if you want to get into Crazy Taxi, but if for whatever reason it looks daunting, I'd say probably start here. See if you like the general idea. This is what year did this come out? 03-ish?
Check the back of the box, my friend. This was 2000, 2001, 2002.
Okay, so in a world where the Dreamcast was dying and you were like, I don't even know if we'll get another Crazy Taxi, this probably filled that void well enough if you still had a hunger for it.
Did they ever pull Crazy Taxi to like other consoles?
Crazy Taxi 1 came to GameCube and PS2, maybe Xbox. Crazy Taxi 3 got an Xbox port, and I think that was exclusive as part of Sega's weird put everything on different things on every consoles thing they were doing. And of course there was the quote HD releases around 2010, but other than that,
Quote HD releases.
fuck those ports. But yeah, other than that, not really.
I thought you liked the Knights port.
That one was when they started putting the effort in. Crazy Taxi was part of the Sonic
Oh,
Adventure.
gotcha.
Yeah,
That's
where-
not Wiggum's house. Fuck off. Live in this little green shack next to the school.
I wonder what Grandpa thinks of like Cool Bart on that huge billboard. Patty and Selma. Uh-oh. I know those two. I don't think this old guy needs to be going over there.
Well, no, that's Hans Mama. He's only 31 years old. Alcohol ruined his life.
Oh, gosh.
There's an episode where called Duffless, where Homer goes to he has to go to AA, and Hans Moleman is there, who's a character who, in season 1, there's a lot of really bad-looking characters in the background, and Matt Groening hated him, and like apparently when he saw him in the background, he said he looks like a freaking mole man as a joke.
Yeah.
And so, because in the first episode he's in, I believe, even when he speaks, his driver's license says that his name is like Ralph Mellish or something.
Uh-huh.
But then after a while, they changed the way his name is Hans Moleman. And so Homer's in LA. No, he's in AA. And they're talking about, having to give up alcohol. And like they explain who they are. And he goes, my name is Hans. Alcohol's ruined my life. I'm only 31 years old.
That's a good redemption arc.
There's also one gag in the beginning where Hans Moleman would just die every time he was and he'd be like knocked off the road in vehicles that would just explode.
God.
There's a Halloween episode where there's a gremlin on a bus, which is a parody of an Twilight Zone episode where there's a gremlin on a plane, and only Bart sees it, and he goes to Otto he goes to the bus driver like, there's a gremlin on the side of the road, and Hans Moleman is driving a gremlin brand car, and Otto goes, don't worry, Bart, dude, I'll take care of it, and he just smacks the car. He goes off the road, comes to a standstill, then just explodes for no reason.
See, that sounds good.
Simpsons is good, man. Simpsons is good.
Actually, only seasons 4 through 9 are good. Oh god, there we go.
Got that by the skin of your teeth, son.
Hell yeah. Power drift. Fuck the cops. I'm fucking this road texture up.
Dude, 6, man? That's more than I make in a month, man. 6 grand.
We're so much smaller than all the other cars.
Alright, let me try one of these, and then I think we'll call it a day for
Simpsons
Road Rag. Again, these characters just don't work very well in 3D. That's the thing with like Bart's head is like a shadow cone.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, your rating is reckless.
I was
that's a
wondering
good-
if they'd rip off the end of stuff.
That is a good.
ASG.
Gaming. That's a reference to when that other voice comes in an episode called Camp Krusty, where all the kids go to camp, and what's our reward?
Oh,
Well, what do we want? Oh, there's still a new starting location,
Yeah.
so I can do the new thing.
that's cool, I guess.
And he keeps saying these things, and it's like, now everyone, I want you to watch out for my friend, Mr. Black. And I want you to treat Mr. Black. Oh, the entertainment district.
Oh,
I was hoping for the hammock district.
Springfield's bustling entertainment district.
I don't have a credit card, leave me alone. Okay, let's go. Let's go in the family sedan.
I was gonna ask for Mr. Plow, but we're already in.
We haven't unlocked them yet.
Just to see him on the screen.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, well then when we get out of here, I'll do that.
That's how we'll end the episode on that amazing little piece of knowledge.
And then we'll sing the Mr. Plow theme song.
He looks so mindless.
Well, yeah, but, going back to the Bart's head, so like, at this point in time, the 2001, the only official 3D images of The Simpsons, there was a Halloween episode called Homer Cubed, which came out before Toy Story did, which is an important distinction, where Homer goes into the third dimension and he's in 3D. And at that point in time, that was like mind-blowing, like, special effects. Oh, what the fucking...
Fuck you, Marge.
Yeah, but Marge.
Merge.
Marge is going to Springfield's only lesbian bar. The CC Lounge.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, there's a great gag where Homer gets banned from Moe's, and so he's looking for new bars, and then he goes, he's in that bar, and it's full of just like women, like, you know, like dancing and talking to each other, and then Homer goes, wait a minute, there's something wrong about this bar. I know, this lesbian bar doesn't have a fire engine. Enjoy your death trap, ladies. And then he walks out, and like this woman just goes, what's her problem? Oh, if you can hear my... Well, take that. I'm gonna turn off the baby mode so you can hear my
to
son
say.
crying in the background.
We just spliced in some audio from PT, don't worry. Ah, the Duff Center.
I'm going to party like it's on sale for $19.95.
You have any bar bag? I don't feel
Gareth has now shut off his son. Quite morbid. Oh, I brought you to the flower bed.
Yeah, you flower beds. I just run over Ralph.
Good. Yeah, walk over real slowly, Ralph.
Yeah, it's not like I'm on a time limit. Oh, the timer doesn't go. So in Crazy Taxi, does the timer go down when you're waiting for people to get in your car?
Pretty sure, so it's advantageous to park as close to them as possible to reduce the cutscene where they run to you.
So that's another reason why this game is better than Crazy Taxi.
I'll give this that, yeah. I kind of like the tension, but it is probably overall better to stop the timer.
It's like I hate it on because I've been playing a lot of things like the
Sonic Forces, where it makes the timer ticks up during boss cutscenes.
Yeah, you know, pretty much. What I was gonna say is like, don't say I only have 60 seconds to defeat Infinite. If I have to sit through 15 seconds of a fucking like, hello, I'm Infinite, which is actual dialogue from the game.
Where he affected an accent and said, "Hello, I'm
Hello, oh mate, I'm fucking Infinite. You fucking what, mate?
that was uncalled for, methinks.
So, you know, this is a completely average game.
I like this map better. Feels like there's more ins and outs.
Well, do you think they made the first one purposely open because it is the first map of the game?
Probably. I'd say at some point you get to a point in this game where you're like, I don't know what the fuck.
Fuck you, Jasper.
Oh.
Collision detection, not great.
Could be worse.
I gained a second.
It could also be better.
Oh, Lisa.
Oh, hey, 2 for 1. King
I
Toots.
like King Toots is a music store where Homer bought her saxophone from.
Oh,
So, you know, in things like that, at least there seems to be some amount of effort where characters either go to a place they've been to before in the show or a place that would make sense for their character. And in that sense, you know, I like it. You know, that there's some element of thought put into this, you know.
seems like plenty of specific, maybe not important places too. Like King Toots probably doesn't pop up a whole lot.
No, not really.
It's not like take me to music store or Tower Records if you're original Dreamcast.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think pretty much everywhere you go to, get in, boy. I think everywhere you go to is a place that's that's been in the show. Like obviously there's Moe's.
Nice touch.
Yeah, and I think King Toots was next to Moe's in that, which is how it is in the show itself. Can I grab over? Yeah.
Nice. You really need to get more money for what you just did, aside from that last part.
I just murdered me and my son. Get in, boy. Okay. Let's. I'm going. Oh God! Please save me, Superman. There it is.
You're going to Googleplex.
Yep.
Found it.
Which is the theater they went to in the episode Kurt or Homo. Fuck you, bro. I don't care anymore.
There we go. Now we're talking. Oh, what is that?
Oh, I feel bad doing this, but I just killed Edna Krabappel again.
I don't feel bad.
Well, she died in the show because her voice actress died.
I feel bad.
Good. So I could see small kids being entertained by this. I could probably see.
I could see child me being entertained by this.
Yeah, I get this is probably a game where like I feel like such a twat saying this, but like in quotation marks, experienced gamer could do everything in this game in like a day.
Oh, you mean a core gamer?
Is that what they're called?
The core gamer demographic.
Okay.
Ass. JVC, repping it.
We're in the new
Now,
what?
what's weird, I saw our ASG high score placing on there, but that was for a different map. That's a little fucked up.
I think it's just in general.
You should unlock Mr. Plow.
I don't think I get to choose. Do I get to choose? Let's see if I can.
Actually, it probably doesn't let you.
Transit town at the 1967 World's Fair.
Oh, it's literally Homer. Okay, in Mr. Plow. I thought Homer, the character, became Mr. Plow.
No,
In fact, okay, got you.
So now we've seen Mr. Plow. I think there's nothing else to say, but as Homer just said, "Cool, Mr. Plow. That's my name.
There he
That
is.
name again is Mr. Plow."
You have a top row of Just Simpsons characters.
See you next time, everybody.